Chetan Narula once again for Cricket World, looking ahead to the 2019 ODI World Cup, and it is time to talk about the team that no one is talking about. Hey, they are the perennial chokers, aren't they? South Africa. Well, there's a bit of an undercurrent about this team. Like I said, there is nobody talking about them. Nobody considers them to be favorites for this tournament. Perhaps a lot of people don't think that they can even make it to the semis. Their run-in has been a bit of mixed patch. They lost to India at home 5-1 a year ago. But that was a bit of a half a side for South Africa. They did not have the likes of Faf du Plessis, who was injured. Hashim Amla, he was out. Then AB de Villiers, he was out of the side as well. So their batting lineup was not really at its best. Aiden Markram was leading in that particular series. So again, like I said, it was half a side. They were starting their experimentation for the World Cup. Was a lot of uncertainty about South Africa at that time. But over the last year or so, they've been on a bit of a roll. They've had their plans coming together, and they have won 6 ODI series on the trot, leading to this 2019 ODI World Cup. And I think one of the bigger factors that have also made a difference is the fact that AB de Villiers is no longer around. Of course, they will miss him. They will miss the great batsman that he is. But then there was, like I said, a bit of uncertainty around as to who's going to bat in the middle, what sort of roles they're going to play. With AB de Villiers not around, they can have a bit more certainty. They can think up their plans. They can devise their plans. And I think they benefited with that in the last 6 months or so. And as a result, were able to win those series in the lead up to this tournament. Now, they have a good bench strength in terms of their batting. They have Faf du Plessis, all-round batsman, leading the side. Hashim Amla looking good in the warm-up matches. Aiden Markram, young, exciting player. And obviously, Quinton de Kock, we've seen him have a good IPL with Mumbai Indians. So, exciting batsmen, bags of experience with them. Apart from Aiden Markram, of course, he's also coming up really well. Then you have JP Duminy, Chris Morris, and Ndile Peklekwayo, who they make a good bunch of all-rounders in the middle as well. And then, of course, David Miller, he can tonk the ball a bit off distance. But I think the one aspect to watch out for in terms of this South African side is their bowling attack. Dale Steyn, Kagiso Rabada, Lungi Ngidi, and Chris Morris, of course, is there as well. But then the two spinners, Imran Tahir and Tabraiz Shamsi. Apart from India, this is the only other side that could perhaps field 2 wrist spinners in the same playing 11. So that's saying a lot. The weakness for the South African side, well, of course, pressure. They don't have a good record in the ICC tournaments. Semi-finals, last time they played in England, 1999 World Cup. That was a hell of a semi-final against Australia. And if they can get that far, I think a lot of people will be really pleased back in South Africa. So, what is my prediction for South Africa in this 2019 ODI World Cup? For me, the fact that nobody is talking about them, it might just help alleviate some pressure off their shoulders. Every time South Africa go to a World Cup, everybody talks about them as being favorites. This time, that is not the story. So, a bit of an undercurrent, a bit of previous history that makes sure that nobody is talking about them. I think, for me, they are the dark horses in this World Cup. Along with India, England and Australia, I would pick South Africa as one of my 4 semi-finalists. I think they will just manage to pip the likes of West Indies, New Zealand and Pakistan and make it to the semi-finals.